If you don't stay down and you never quit, come on over here and sit on the far end of the bench.
Oh, this is awesome, ladies and gentlemen. You are hearing our voices, so you know you are one step closer to another weekend. And if you're an educator like myself, one step closer to spring break. God, it could not get here fast enough. I know that I know how I sound to you non-teachers, but trust me, I needed it. I'm ready to get away from these kids. Plus, I got all of this other crap going on, so I need the break. Nico, I know you're going to be busy as hell because the Mammoth season and the Redwood season has the possibility of overlapping, but it's a much needed time because we also get March Madness and March Mattness next weekend. I'm very, very excited about all of those things. So spring bracket season.
Football being done, it's rough. I know it's rough for a lot of people, but there's been so much. Like basketball has been firing all cylinders. We'll talk about what happened on Tuesday night. Like we can talk about NHL trade deadline, March Madness coming up. Unfortunately, I'm sorry for those that are looking for those in-depth analysis. It's not one of those years for your boy, unfortunately. So it's going to be shooting darts next week, which is almost better. It's almost better.
You and Grace are going to be picking mascots. I think a Blue Jay would beat a Raven in a fight, right?
I know enough to not do that, but it may be that next week is all I'm going to say. But yeah, there's a lot of fun things going on.
My favorite is the coin flip because there's one year where I had to fill one out and I was like, I don't know. Couldn't tell you a thing about college basketball this year. Okay, flip a coin.
We'll do our best to create a March Madness thing again. Where I think I got a giveaway. We can give away something fun. Like a giveaway that'd be fun for the people. We'll send out that on our socials and let you all know.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely do that. I just started because not only was there selection Sunday for basketball, the selection show for the wrestling tournament happened last night when I was sitting at one of my freestyle wrestling practices. So I started filling out my 10 brackets. Those are a little bit different because it's not just single elimination, it's double elimination. So there's top side of the bracket, bottom side of the bracket. I have a week and a half to get it all done. So I have plenty of time. And I am one of those sickos. And my dad and I were just upstairs. So a little impromptu story, and then we'll get into what we're actually here to talk about. There's a kid named Jax Forrest who wrestles at Oklahoma State. Nico, is supposed to be graduating high school this upcoming May. He won the Big 12 conference. He tech-falled every single person that he wrestled, which means that he beat them by 15 points. Every single person. The kid is 18 years old, not even supposed to be here. Like, he was supposed to be wrestling at the high school state championships that took place last week. And he's out here wrestling grown-ass college men. The little dude with the mohawk, the little wrestler guy that everybody's seen, Steve O'Pulin, or not him. It was actually a different final matchup. But, man, that is just insane to think about. I couldn't compete in college when I was supposed to be in high school. And then it took me a year to get ready to compete in college. So I can't wait for March. This is what March is.
Impressive. Very, very impressive. Yeah, March is filled to the brink with so many fun stories. That's maybe the best part is March is like you hear the stories of the small schools in college basketball. You hear the stories from the individual wrestlers in wrestling. Like you have the stories of players coming back, players leaving. Great. Like it's the best time.
One shining moment, right? That's everybody's going to enjoy that when it happens. We still got time. It's not coming up anytime soon. Make sure that you're subscribed, following. We have a lot of new people checking out. Make sure that you are part of the Benchwarmer Nation at FEOTB Pod. You can watch the little clips. If you don't want to watch the entire thing, maybe the clip gets you to watch the entire episode. I would check it out every week. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased, but do us a favor, do yourself a favor, get yourself a little bit more sports talk in your life. And away we go. Nico, like his team, is going to abstain from free agency. So he won't be speaking during this portion of the show because his team has nothing to talk about. What are they going to say? I brought back Justin Strnad.
The only team in the NFL to not have an outside signing. So that's fun.
Yeah,
that's good. I'm happy, right? That's good.
Here's the difference. So you were 14-3, lost in the AFC Championship, haven't made a single free agency move. The Raiders, bottom of the league, number 1 overall pick, also spent like $300 million in free agency on the first 2 days alone before it was even official.
And also had one of the biggest trades in the past couple of years go down.
And then it bounced back.
Rescinded. I mean, you're better with the numbers than I am, but I would assume that they have to retrade him if they want to keep some of these contracts. Correct?
Yeah, I believe that he's gonna. Here's my thing. I don't know how you bring that guy back when he was openly like, I'm so happy to be out of this situation. It's gonna be awkward. I know that he's a leader, and I know that the guys respect him, but
he's a Raider through and through. Has a tattoo of them on him. It's a situation where. I'm honestly, the Raiders should be more than happy to have him because look, you're a better team with him.
If they can make it work with their books, like keep the guy.
You're a better team with him
because he's not the kind of person that's going to play harder or not as hard based on the team that he's playing for. Like we said last week, he truly wants to leave himself a legacy. So whoever he's out there for, he's going to get as many sacks as he can. He's going to play as hard as he can until you have to cart him off the field.
You're a better team with him. That's a fact. Plain and simple. So. But on the flip side,
what was your take on Baltimore? Because this, I believe, this whole thing is the Baltimore Ravens doing. Whether there's a conspiracy, whether it was foul play, whether it truly was, oh my God, we forgot that he had surgery. But like from the Baltimore Ravens perspective, how does this make sense? Because you're getting less of a player. You aren't spending as much of your assets, but Trey Hendrickson is not Max Crosby. And that's coming from a guy that was my best defensive lineman over the last 2 seasons. He sucks in the run game. He is a liability if the other team runs the football and you decide, no, we have Max Crosby, but I want this guy instead. Oh, I have.
Smell that, Jimmy? Smell that? That smells fishy. It smells very, very fishy because if Max Crosby does not have all these bad medical problems and those doctors in Baltimore basically said, yeah, it's like, bad, but we could throw it, make sure it's worse so that we sign Trey Hendrickson. Oh boy, the NFL Players Association. Ring, ring, ring. Hello, fraud alert. It's going to be. We are talking about
people on the phone because there's no way that's. Here's my thing. So, the Baltimore Ravens value their draft picks a lot. And Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson was supposed to go for $30 million a year on day one. That was what he was asking for, $30 to $35 million a year, premier pass rusher type stuff. When he didn't go for that on day one, his price tag dropped $15 million.
Which is a lot.
So the Ravens was like, $15 million is worth my 2 draft picks. Max Crosby, doctors, medical staff, he's got a bad knee. No, I know he has a bad knee. He got surgery on that a couple weeks ago. No, you're not listening to me. He has a bad knee. And what are you trying to get me to do? No, listen to the words coming out of my mouth. He has a bad knee. And all of a sudden, he's going back. Trey Hendrickson moves in division for, I believe, like, he's getting less term on the contract than what they would have had to pay Max Crosby. So fiscally, there are ways that this makes sense.
My biggest problem is what the Ravens lost when they were expecting to take on Crosby contract. I understand Hendrickson is a good addition. They addition by subtraction, right? But you didn't pay Lindbaum, your star center. You didn't pay Isaiah Likely, who is going to be the number 1 tight end. He left to the Giants. You didn't pay all these top free agents you had because you were expecting to take on Crosby's contract. So yes, Hendrickson's a good player, but you not only lose out on a top 5 pass rusher in football, but you also lost your starting center. You also lost your starting tight end going into this year. And you're going to lose at least 1 or 2 more defensive players. Because you decided, no, we're going to keep our draft picks and get Hendrickson.
Does it show maybe they have a little bit too much confidence in a first-year head coach like Jesse Minter? They believe that he's going to be able to draft well enough with these picks that they're like, well, we truly can't give any of this up. We need him to have the pieces. He needs the ingredients in the cupboard that he wants to shop for and he wants to buy.
It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense because I think the Ravens are worse off. Yeah. I think they're a worse off team now.
What was the first thing I texted you? I texted you 3 letters. FML. I cannot believe I have to deal with him too.
Well-being because I was in middle practice. I was like, is Jimmy all right? What's going on?
And guess what I texted Jordan that same night? I was like, why can't anything nice happen for us once? No, it has to be worst case scenario, nightmare scenario all the time.
It's just weird because like I seriously think the Ravens are a worse team than they share. Like Henderson's a good player. He's not this all pro 31-year-old. Like you're not getting like he is at best the 3rd best pass rusher in your division still, at best. And that's pushing daisies, right? If he comes back fully healthy, because he didn't have a good season last year, and his best season is 3 years ago.
Yep.
So in Max Crosby, fully healthy is going to get you 15 sacks a year, like 10 to 15.
And if he doesn't make a single play in a game, everybody else around him
gets better.
He takes up so much energy and effort from the offense that everybody else is just able to make stats. Those Raiders defenses that he played on were not that good. There's a lot of guys that got their asses paid because of the stats that Max helped him accumulate.
People are scared to death of the Raiders defense because of one guy. Like he'll play hard. He's a great pass rusher, is a great leader on defense. Like the Ravens are losers here. Seriously. Like I would have been suck it up. We're taking him on. Because, like, you're not – like, Hendrickson is not that. Hendrickson is not that. Like, he is not what you would expect from Max Crosby.
As a defensive coach, I can't believe that he didn't – unless it truly wasn't his decision, unless it truly was the ownership and the GM, which that's an organization where I can maybe see that happening, where the ownership and the GM just kind of throws the coach to the wayside. But it makes no sense.
Let me put it this way. I have worked in sports. I work in sports. Excuse me. And let me just put it this way. Unless a guy, you feel like this guy is never going to see the field again, you make that deal.
Yeah.
Like, unless you think Max Crosby is not going to be putting on a Baltimore Ravens uniform for the next 2 years, you can make that deal work. People fail physicals all the time and still make the roster because, like, this guy's good enough. Like that's the thing, right? They'd be like, you failed physical. We're going to try again in a couple weeks, right? We're going to reassess. Like, okay, your physical's telling us that you're going to be out for 8 months. Great. Won't play this year, but we'll still use you because your contract's worth 5 years, and you'll still be a valuable asset to this roster. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense for the Ravens. Like I said, the winner here is the Raiders. Dead serious, right? If they can make his contract work with the signings they made, you add Fernando Mendoza, the Raiders are going to be one of the most improved teams in the NFL. Like that's serious.
Definitely looking like they have a good possibility. You got a young, offensive-minded, hotshot head coach in Clint Kubiak that's going to do things differently.
You have a starting center. That's one of the most important things in Lindbaum, who's a top 10 center in football, top 5 on the fringe of it, right? You have Jensen, you have Brock Bowers. You get him a receiver also. This team will be good. They're way better than they were last year.
Freaking headache last year, and they weren't even very talented.
No, they were horrible. And they're a headache because they
both
played
games.
hard.
It was like, damn, can we just? It's the Austin Powers. Why won't you die? Don't you get it? You've been shot. You've been stabbed. You've been burned. You've been set on fire. You fell out of a 2-story window. Can you please just stop coming at me? I didn't hear no bell.
There is going to be investigations on this. Let's not put it lightly. Like, I would be shocked if the Ravens didn't lose a draft pick in next year's draft. I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to be shocked if tests come up and Max Crosby plays game 1 and people were like, so you accepted a trade, paperwork goes through, you go through the whole league office, which, by the way, takes a lot to go through all the trade windows to make sure it gets accepted. And it got accepted. And all of a sudden, he's like, nope, backing out. I can't do it. Like that's not – and he's healthy? Expect not to have your first either way next year is all I'm going to say. Like that's a horrible, horrible look on the Baltimore Ravens.
I think that it's worth mentioning with the Raiders. They did make people were saying maybe they keep Geno around while they draft Mendoza to try and have somebody there for him to learn from. They decided to cut him, and it's 2013.
No. They traded him.
Trade him, and it's 2013 all over again because Geno Smith is now the New York Jets.
has one of the dumbest contracts in the NFL, and they traded it away. The Jets said, "Yeah, we'll take it." Did I miss something watching Geno Smith last year, Jimmy? Did I miss something? Did I miss something where Geno Smith? You could have signed.
Did you watch Justin Fields while he played quarterback?
Oh, I know it wasn't good either, but I watched Geno Smith run for his life. Where every single time behind an offensive line that was horrible, he was scared to death whether that man was going to be able to stand up straight, getting up off the bench for the next drive. You train for it?
It's sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Hey, he's probably not going to get knocked out by a linebacker this time. Probably.
The Jets are. It's blasphemy. They said they were going to release him, and then all of a sudden, 2 days later, trade announcement. The Jets trade for Geno Smith. I'm like,
well, that's
you're
and that's
you're gonna pay
honestly
him?
that's the biggest indicator that the Jets truly did want him, because in that situation you can get him both ways. But if he gets cut,
let you keep Max Crosby. The Raiders are like, oh yeah, that stupid contract that we don't want anymore. Let's send it off to a team that doesn't know how to run a football organization and be smart about that, so we can keep our guy.
The Jets don't think that they would have been able to beat the waiver wire. That's why they traded the 6th and 7th round pick. 6, 7.
You could have reached that Ty Simpson and been better off than dealing with paying Geno Smith all that money and then also starting him, which they probably still will.
Oh, I think that they have.
And at least you have draft picks. It makes zero sense. I don't understand what the Jets are doing.
They're not rebuilding for this year. They're rebuilding for 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 years down the future. Sorry, Dom, but that's just the way it is. Sticking in the AFC West, the Super Bowl MVP, most recent Super Bowl MVP, is now going to be suiting up against the Denver Broncos 2 times a season. Signs a 3-year contract, up to $45 million guaranteed. That's not the entire number that's on it, but Kenneth Walker III is going to be playing running back for the Chiefs. He truly gives them like their first real running back threat. I know that Pacheco had a nice couple seasons. I heard this stat earlier today as I was listening to one of the Denver stations. Patrick Mahomes has the most amount of explosive runs, which is 12 or more yards, over the last 2 seasons. So as good as we said Pacheco was for like a year, this is your first time that the Chiefs are going to have a guy that can take it and possibly break anytime that the ball is in his hands. He does have the ability to go from 0 to 60, kind of like what we say with RJ Harvey. He has that ability to take it, make a guy miss, and go. Kenneth Walker has done that, and he did that in the biggest stages this year.
Well, I mean, Walker fully healthy is an absolutely top 10 running back. He's a dynamic guy that can get through the tackles, and when he gets open space, boy, is he gone. Gone. And like the biggest problem with Kenneth Walker is that he struggles to stay on the field. That's the biggest problem. And if he can, and Kansas City is going to use him being smart with it, right? And you got to think that Chiefs team that has an Asian Travis Kelce, Rashee Rice, who's dealing with so much off the field, right? Kenneth Walker is the best weapon they got, right? Like they just made a huge addition to their weaponry, and that's going to be a great. Like I said, I think it's going to be a great move for the Chiefs. It's a move that helps them get back to where they want to be. I'll say that, especially with Mahomes. I don't know if he's going to be back for week 1. He may be, but like that will take a lot of the burden off Patrick Mahomes, a lot. And if you can keep Walker healthy and consistently, he's the best running back in your division at minimum, and a guy that is going to be a workhorse back for you that you can consistently rely on. It's a great move for the Chiefs.
I do wonder what their defense is going to look like, though, because you lost both your 1 and 2 cornerback. You trade McDuffie to Los Angeles, and then the other guy that was on the opposite side ends up signing.
I mean that tells you what they're doing at 9. It tells you what they're doing with 9.
It's a cornerback. They signed the running back because remember last week when we looked at the mock draft, they had taken, I think, the backup from Notre Dame that everybody keeps wanting the Broncos to look at. So, and instead of him at 9, yes, it's probably going to be a cornerback, and because there is no free agent move. There is no trade that I foresee. There have been, some shakeups, but I think that they are still a team similar to what we said with the Raiders. Yeah, they were down last year, but they actually probably have a little bit better of a chance of bouncing back and possibly fighting again for the playoffs. The Chargers and Broncos, and the Chargers haven't made that many moves in the free agency window either, but the Chargers and Broncos, the 2 best teams out of this division last year, both kind of sitting by, and I don't know if they trust their rosters as much as they do. Here's my biggest issue with what the Broncos have done. Why are you signing Troutman to that contract?
Oh,
because I get if you want to bring him back for continuity, but 3 years, $52 million for, quote, one of the best blocking tight ends in the league. Nico, I know you know blocking. He's a good pass blocker.
He's a great pass blocker. He is a great pass blocker.
Not a good run blocker.
I would say
he's not leading. So the reason why RJ Harvey would have to make guys miss in the backfield is because he would get pushed back from the point on those outside zones where he's supposed to be leading. He's not great in those situations. That's not his skill set.
I mean, if he plans on being the end line guy on heavy packages, then I guess so. But like, I look, it's frustrating for a couple of things. Look, J.K. Dobbins was great for you last year. That's not sugarcoating it. You paid $3 million less than what ETN got. So you're telling me you could have spent $13 million on a running back that's played every game of his career? I think maybe missed 2 or 3.
I think that means they weren't in on ETN, because how do you go to New Orleans over Denver?
Or maybe, I mean, the rumors are swirling that ETN wanted to play close to home, and that's why he went to stay in New Orleans, because he's from Louisiana. So maybe that was a big factor why. Maybe the Broncos did offer that. But I sit here and I'm just like, Dobbins is good, but you're going to have to draft a running back now, right? Because you can't rely on Jaleel and J.K. Dobbins going to the playoffs. Because if you had a solid running back, you maybe win that game against New England without Bo Nix, right? Like it's very frustrating, because I saw George Payton say this, and it's like, we are taking on and off years when it comes to spending in free agency. It's like, great. Okay, that's a fair enough statement, because your history is what it is. Paid Russell Wilson all this stupid money. Paid Dre Greenlaw. You released him, right? You paid all these guys dumb money that didn't produce for you. Evan Ingram, good example, didn't produce for you. But I look at guys like Hufanga, who's a star on this defense now. You're telling me there isn't one of those out there that you can get at the receiver position? Juwan Jennings, not signed. Kendrick Bourne, not signed. David Njoku, not signed. Like there's guys out there where I'm just like, if you sit on your hands and run this receiving core for Bo Nix, how can you not be frustrated? It was one of the worst receiving cores in the NFL last year. That's no joke. That's no joke at all. That was statistically one of the worst. And unless you get massive improvements from certain guys, it's a what the fuck moment. Because you let your 2 best free agents swap. Franklin Myers goes to Tennessee, and I think it was one other like DB. Maybe it was Jaquan. I can't remember. One other guy. You lose 2 of your top free agents leaving, right? And you sign a bunch of guys. You're like, okay, that's a good depth piece. Where's the big move? Where's the move that gets his team back to the AFC Championship? Where's the DJ Moore move that gets Buffalo finally a weapon? Where's the Stephon Diggs move for New England to get Drake May a weapon? Right? We can say all we want about Diggs and Moore and all those guys.
Felonious strangulation charges.
You can talk all about those things, because all those things are true, but at least they try to give him something. Yeah. You're just saying the best addition, the newest addition to the team that wasn't here last year is Bo Nix's daughter, I think, or son.
No, daughter.
Daughter. That's the newest addition to this team. Like frustrating, because like you're at 30, where I saw a tweet that showed this, and I don't know if I'll be able to pull it up because I don't know where it's at now and who said it, but like you look at the last Super Bowl winners and the additions they made, right, in the offseason. Last year, Dexter Lawrence, right? You bring in Sam Darnold for the Seahawks. You brought in two DBs and a defensive lineman for the Seahawks. Won a Super Bowl. 2 years before that, who do the Eagles bring in? Saquon Barkley. Year before that, who do the Chiefs bring in? Right? They brought there was a defensive lineman too. They brought in a couple DBs and defensive linemen that trade deadline. Right? They made additions to their team the year before. Team's sitting on their hands doing nothing. Like I'm hoping and praying that like we make a Kamara deal. That's what I'm hoping on right at this point. Because at least it's something. Because like
you're gonna roll out the old folks home too.
Because Kamara and Dobbins, both of them can't be injured at the same time. Right? Hopefully. I mean, they probably could, but here's the hope thing. We're not really hoping, right? They both can't be hurt at the same time. If
they wouldn't be next to that substation, but speaking of substations, that was an interesting one. Mike Evans decided he had pretty much the same offer sitting there on the table for him in Tampa Bay, and he said a lot of things, basically, without saying he doesn't like head coach Todd Bowles, and he is now not going to be a one jersey guy. Goes from Tampa all the way across the country to San Francisco, and he's going to team up with Kyle Shanahan, Brock Purdy, George Kittle.
All of a sudden, that becomes like Purdy's best friend. Like Kittle's injured, came off that ACL last
maybe Achilles,
something like that, where he missed the half the season. He'll be out to start the season. Like Mike Evans is going to be the guy that, because you're probably going to lose Juwan Jennings, where you pair Mike Evans with Pearsall, and you're not going to get Ayuk back, but maybe you draft another guy, and there's a good 3 receiver core. Add Kittle, add McCaffrey, and the 49ers are back to having one of the best weaponry in the league again.
That was the receiver move that I really liked. I know you talked about the DJ Moore thing. I don't see DJ Moore being the elevator that Buffalo fans are wanting everybody
he's
to think.
He's better than anything they got. Let me put that.
He is. I'm not saying that he's not the number one, but I don't think that he is consistent enough effort-wise, leadership-wise. If they struggle, he's going to be one of the first to shut down.
He's also been on bad teams. That does not help at all. And like he's better than Coleman. He's better than Shakir. Like he's better than
I can't believe that they didn't. I can't believe they haven't gotten rid of Coleman yet.
Like he's better than everything they've had, and that's all you can ask for. Like that's what it's. I'll tell you right now, it may not be a pretty movie. Like, well, he's going to prop this or anything. At least it's something. It's
they
something
also
for your
signed
star fucking quarterback.
They also signed Bradley Chubb today.
I have another guy over here that I can throw the ball to. Oh, Bradley Chubb, going to be a great guy off the edge. Like not as good as he once was, but still a guy that can get you a good at least 5 to 7 sacks a year.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why it's just so frustrating because you're just sitting here and like, all right, Frank Meyer's gone. All right, we signed Troutman. All right, we signed little Jordan Humphrey. And like, I'm just like, we're just running it back and we're going to get worse.
Same team.
Like you have to have massive improvements for guys that have shown no improvement to be a better team than last year. That's the worst part about this. It's like you're going to have to sign a D tackle. You're going to have to draft you're going to have to draft D tackle. You're going to have to draft a linebacker. You're going to have to draft a position guy. And you're like, all right, hopefully these guys can do something for us. After your first round pick last year didn't play more than 20% of the snaps. Like it's just very, very, very frustrating in that sense because I said, I'm not asking for fucking the world. I'm not asking you to give everything up for A.J. Brown. I'm asking for you to be a little aggressive like you said you were going to be and at least make this team better than it was last year because you were one football game away from playing for a chance at winning a Super Bowl. One game away. Frankly, about 5 plays away. Not even one football. 5 plays away from being in a Super Bowl. And you are saying, let's run it back. That's the frustrating thing about that. I understand how good that team was. But you have to have a little fucking luck. Look how bad the Patriots looked against the Seahawks. That would have happened to you also.
Mm-hmm.
Would have happened to you also. So if you really think that just getting the Super Bowl is your goal, then great, this is your team. But if winning the Super Bowl is your goal, how are you going to get better? It's making a trade at this point because you haven't done that.
They do have. I feel like they do. They probably won't, but they should try something.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was Baldinger said this. I can't remember who said this. But apparently there's interest on both sides from A.J. Brown. Apparently. That's all I'm going to say. And that's a move where I would love. I know A.J. Brown is a problem. What did we say like last month, Jimmy? Good receivers are mental problems.
Yeah.
Play simple. The best receivers in the world have something a little you got to deal with. Something you got to deal with, okay?
At least he's not the one dealing with the strangulation.
Exactly. I'm telling you. At least that guy is you got to worry about his attitude and not off the field stuff. Okay? So that's what I'm sitting here and I'm like, just fucking pull the trigger because it's the move that you're like, all right, now Bo Nix has the guy to throw to. Right? Has the guy. Now that opens the field for your Troutman, for your Ingram, for your Harveys to finally get looks because everyone's not just keying on a guy that's not even worth keying on. Just frustrating. Just frustrating because apparently, like I said, apparently the Broncos were in on Breece Hall and that's why they tendered him. Okay? I'm telling you right now, why can't we make that trade? He doesn't want to be there. Didn't re-sign with them. George Pickens doesn't want to be there. That's why they franchise tagged him. Right? Both those guys would be great Broncos. They both were franchise tagged. Give them a call. We have fucking 6th-round picks, 5th-round picks galore.
And by the way, your owners own 6,000 Walmarts in the United States alone.
You have 3 6th-round picks. Why the fuck hasn't George Payton gotten on the phone and offered one of those up for Alvin Kamara?
I think what you said early on in this whole segment, he's nervous about making another Russell Wilson swing.
Oh, 100%.
He's totally 100%. Petrified because he knows if that happens again, like you got away with it once. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, won't get fooled again.
An all-time head coach saved you from not having a job right now. Facts. Right?
And that was a trade too. That was the GM. That was the GM deal.
I was going to say, if Sean Payton wasn't here right now and we were dealing with a different coach, different quarterback, everything. George Payton would have already been on the unemployment line.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That was as bad of a contract as we've seen up until this year in Miami, Nico. $99 million in dead money.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? 99.
At least we didn't do that. Oh my gosh.
Holy crap. And then you signed Malik Willis to a 3-year, $87 million extension. Like, huh?
Did Malik Willis show me something that he's not? Like did I miss something?
Sam Darnold.
I'm talking about Sam Darnold is making people a lot of money. That man.
Sam Darnold's a financial advisor.
That man is the greatest accountant for backup quarterbacks everywhere because everyone's like, well, maybe I can get a Sam Darnold year out of this guy where he's just an all-pro player. Kyler Murray, Minnesota Viking.
Yeah, that was
like he's the guy like, oh, maybe we could get something out of Kyler now.
3 years, $67.5 million for Malik Willis.
Like this is the worst part about this. Is like a couple of years ago, we're 2 years away from being in these quarterback conversations where we were relevant. Right? We were like 2 years away from being like, oh, well, maybe we could get Rodgers. Maybe we could get Russ. Maybe we can go get somebody, go get somebody on the trade wire or free agency. And maybe that's where we got to go and overpay for a guy. Instead, you have a quarterback on a rookie fucking contract. Let me say that again. A rookie fucking deal. The lowest amount of money he'll ever make in his career. And you are sitting back on your hands and watching people get better than you. Just frustrating. It's frustrating.
Rodgers, by the way, he's that'll be how we put a bow on this. Nobody knows. I don't even think he knows if he's playing next year.
Well, I mean, I hope he is. I hope the Steelers can hope that he's playing because, like,
you don't think they can go Will Howard? Will Howard, okay, good old Pittsburgh boy, Will Howard. Did you see that clip of Mike McCarthy saying his name? He can't pronounce his fucking name because of the stupid ass Pittsburgh accent. Not stupid. I'm sorry. That's wrong choice of words. But the way that the Pittsburgh accent rolls off the tongue, Howard is not a word. Howard.
Howard. Yeah, I mean, they got to hope because I'm sorry, Will Howard is not a QB1 in this league. Is all I'm going to say. Like he may be good, but I don't think that he's shown me anything to show that. Like that Pittsburgh team, they added some good weapons. I like Michael Pittman trading. I like that trade. I think that helped him a lot. Like I do think this defense is still very good in Pittsburgh. Like they're a playoff team last year. Like, come on, man. Just frustrating. Yeah,
man. I don't know if I found it. I'm trying to find the clip of him saying. I think I did. Oh no, that's when he was crying. Yeah, no. I'm not going to play it on the screen. So if you're watching, you won't be able to see it. But just search on YouTube, Mike McCarthy talking about Will Howard, and he cries. He's a Pittsburgh guy, so it's kind of a cool thing that he gets to coach his hometown team. Nico, would you want to be the coach of the Denver Broncos? Would that be something that appeals to you, or would you rather be where you are right now as a fan?
I'd love to be in the front office.
Front office, not sidelines though. Not sidelines.
No, not the sidelines. Front office, yes. That's the goal of my life, job, by the way. But not necessarily Broncos, but in general, some sports team. But yes, yeah, that would front office, yes. Because
we'll talk about a team that you might be able to get in on the ground floor of coming up later in our segment.
Front office where no one knows my name but a select few is all I'm gonna say.
He's gonna be incognito behind closed doors. Looking at some NBA. The Nuggets continue their 7-game stretch from hell. I need your help. How have things been going? I don't see all points of success, but it doesn't seem like it's as bad as it was. Is it improving at least a little bit?
It's still bad. Let me put it this way. It's still like shoot yourself in the foot bad because sometimes, some nights this team plays and you're like, wow, this team looks like it could be still a contender. Still playing well, still could be a really good team to deal with, and a team that's going to be a force to be reckoned with nonetheless. And other nights, I'm sitting here and I'm like, who the hell is out there? Like, what am I watching? Like I went to the game on Wednesday night, and we played Houston. Houston is currently sitting as the 3 seed. We beat them by 30. Like handedly beat them, okay? And I am a firm believer that Houston's a bottom tier Western Conference contender. Okay, they're old, they're slow, they have a couple good defenders, but if their players if Kevin Durant's not getting the ball, they're not effective. Okay, like I put Minnesota below them, I put Lakers below them, I put San Antonio obviously below them, San Antonio, they're below all those teams. Like I said, they're below Lakers, below Minnesota, below San Antonio, obviously below OKC, and you handled them. They're a 3 seed, handled them, and a game you had to win. And then now, as we're recording this, I'm sitting here watch us play against San Antonio, and this team, the defense just goes to the wayside so fast. So fast. We held Houston under 100 points the other night. And then 2 games before that, we get a shootout where we lose by 3 points to Oklahoma City, where Shea hits a dagger 3-pointer at the buzzer and makes Spencer Jones look like an idiot. And then the night before, or the game before that, you lose by 30 and give up 140 to the Knicks at home. And I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, this team just doesn't have it.
It's not trending the way that you need it to.
I have come to the realization this team doesn't have it. Like, this team is a first-round exit, maybe second-round exit.
Is it the coaching?
It's a lot of things.
That's what it comes back down to. Is we talked about it last week with Calvin Booth, but if you didn't have to fire both of them, Michael Malone coaches through the playoffs, and who knows? You were still able to get to the second round, game 7, putting the guys that ended up winning the championship to the brink. But if you didn't have to shake up the coach, if you didn't have to learn how David Adelman is going to handle this team, there's a lot of other factors that would have made this thing maybe a little bit easier, or at least maybe a little bit, figure out a way to correct. I don't even know where they're going to correct. You're in the middle of a storm. You got to find a way out, but you're like right in the eye of it. So on all sides, there's just hell that you got to go through.
There's problems. There's a lot of problems because like I said, Cam Johnson, I think he played great the other night. He's not doing good now, right? Like, it's hot or cold with him. AG doesn't play back-to-backs because he's halfway injured. Jokic is 1 game away from getting not being in any postseason awards. Jamal Murray has been at least the most consistent guy. This bench has been relying on one guy. Like, Valanciunas has been horrible the second half of the year. Not the back, because he has not been able to play his role because of the injuries you've had, right? Like the only person that's done anything for you off the bench, it's been Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway's been great, absolutely torched from 3-point range. It's been incredible, consistently. And I just, when we go to the bench, I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, please don't fuck it up again. Please don't fuck it up again. And then the starters are not good enough from consistently outside 3-point shooting and just getting the ball in the bucket, that I have confidence in this team making up differences, that the second unit flounders. Like that's what I guess I've come to the conclusion this team's not winning anything. That's if you're a Nuggets fan, that's the conclusion you have to make. This is a bad year that we wasted of Jokic's career, where A, this team could not stay healthy, and B, the coaching is what it is. Like I said it before, like I gave Adelman all praise in the world when Jokic was out, because he did a lot of great things when kept this team afloat when Jokic was injured. Now that he has that, he forgets how to figure everything else out and just says, Jokic, save us. It's just frustrating. It's just frustrating. This team's not going to win anything. These are important games. The Houston game was an important one. You won that, right? If you're able to figure out this win against San Antonio somehow, that's an important one. You play the Lakers on Saturday night in LA. That's an important one. A team that's above you in the standings right now.
And that's flip-flopping often, because we talked about it last week. You were a game ahead or half a game ahead of the Lakers.
Exactly.
You beat them. And then you lost. You lost to the point where now they're back in front of you.
You're a game and a half from the 4 seed right now. Game and a half. You win tonight. You win 3 in a row against 3 teams that are ahead of you in the standings. It makes up a lot of fucking room. A lot of room. And
you get to above 500 in this 7-game stretch. Right now, you're flirting with going at or below 500. Just poor. It's just poor. And like I said, that's why I've just come to the realization that this team is not winning anything. And if you're a Nuggets fan right now, start watching Avalanche hockey, because I'm dead serious. Like this team, if they surprise me, I will be ecstatic. Obviously, I'll be ecstatic. But we can't consistently keep a team out there. This team is not good enough. This team is not mentally strong enough. And I saw the guys on the radio talking about this. Is like, this seems like the year where the Avs signed Solani in Korea, where they had Forsberg, Sakic,
Foot, Korea, Solani, and you're like, dude, this team's unbeatable. This team has all the weapons. They've gotten better from last year, and they can just never stay on the ice.
Yep.
And no consistency happens, and you're a first or second round exit. Like, that's exactly how it feels to this team, and it's just frustrating because, like I said, I'll say it. I'll say it. I'll be the one to say it. I've said Jokic is the best player in the world. We're past that. The run's over. The run's over. Shea's the best player in the world. He's the most annoying player in the world. The way he plays, I think it's real shitty how he plays. But we don't have the best player in the world anymore. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the best player in the world. We have the second best player in the world still. Fringe top three at worst. Yeah. Now that you don't have that anymore, you can't just rely on 15 to carry your ass every single night. Okay? So it's fucking just absurd and annoying because, like I said, I went to the game Wednesday night against Houston. And I was like, damn, this is the team. This is the team I've been waiting to see. Dominating a good Houston Rockets team. And then I watched the team play against the Knicks. I watched the team squander a lead late against OKC. Watched the team play against San Antonio. I'm just like, this team cannot put together games together. Put together a good stretch together to be a real contender. Because if you're a contender in this league, a real team, the championship contender in this league, you put stretches of 5 wins, 6 wins together against good teams. And
that's how you have to win playoff series.
Exactly.
You got to win at least 3 in a row. At some points, you got to win at least 2.
2 in a row, at minimum, 2 in a row. Like it's very frustrating. Like I said, I have become.
Haven't they been worse at home this year?
Oh yeah, we are one of the best road teams in the league. We're about 500 at home, which is heinous.
You have a 3,000-foot elevation advantage over everybody else in the league, and you're not taking advantage of it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like if you're a Nuggets fan, it's time for us to get a realization this team is not going to win it all. Just going to be flat out with you, and we just better hope that we have not just been passed up that quickly, and that somehow next year we can come back healthier, get a full season with these guys, and hopefully get better than we were this year. Maybe get a new coach, and we'll see what happens, and maybe return back to the finals and get lucky.
Yep.
Seriously, because like I said, San Antonio's passed us up. Oklahoma City already has passed us up, obviously, right? Houston is on the fringe. Lakers are about even with us now. Like Minnesota, we can't beat Minnesota because they're in our head constantly. So, like I said, as a Nuggets fan, it's time to take a realistic approach that this team is not winning at all, and that this team will be a first or second round exit. You just better pray this team isn't a playing team, and that at least we don't make a mockery of the best player, one of the best players in the world.
Well, we can stick in Ball Arena and talk about the other side of things because this seems to be going in a relatively more positive direction. The guy is back. He's back. They did the thing. Everybody said that it wasn't going to happen. We said it wasn't going to happen because we're like, oh, Nick Waugh, Kulak, and they wanted Kadri, but apparently Calgary was like, I can't trade you Kadri. Can't do it. I don't know what's going on. Well, 15 minutes before the damn trade deadline, Nazem Kadri going back to the Colorado Avalanche, 2022 Stanley Cup champion. Nazem Kadri has one of the overtime winners in Game 4 of that series, by the way, that nobody knew went in. It snuck under Vasilevsky's arm, got stuck in the top of the net. The only one that knew it was in was the late, great Peter McNabb. And he's like, it did go in. It went in. I was like, oh, this is beautiful. And, man, it was an electric atmosphere. I wish I would have been there for that game, but I couldn't imagine paying that much money for tickets to a regular season.
I'm so excited for Nas. So I saw the correct pronunciation. It's Nazem Kadri.
Kadri
is in Nazem, and the A in Kadri or Kadri is like A. The
Nazem Kadri.
Or na and not cat. Look, I am ecstatic more than anyone. I texted you right away. I was shocked when that came deal because we got the notification after the deadline.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, it's over. Like it's not happening. And
these boys are in the corners battling the entire time, all the way to the whistle. 4 lines going, banging bodies, throwing pucks at the net. It went in.
And boy, Calgary would have been number 1 shit list because apparently the rumor was that they didn't want to pay his contract and pay for a percentage of his contract. And instead, what they did was the Avs threw in a second-round pick and said, sure, we'll pay for a part of it now. I was like, why do you have to be the way you are? Like your team sucks already. You're already getting a first.
It's going to be 6 years before once you finish your new arena, maybe your team will be good again. And maybe Victor Olofsson is part of that, because look what's happened to some of the other guys that we've sent around the league after this Stanley Cup run. Bo Byram is on the best team, possibly the best team in the NHL right now. Definitely the best team in the Eastern Conference.
Buffalo's a wagon.
Yeah,
Buffalo's a freaking wagon.
And it was, I mean, they've been taking everything seriously like it's playoffs, because that's a team. Think about this. If you've played on that team for any extended period of time, all you've heard about is the fact that you are the longest playoff drought in professional sports.
Yeah,
and now they're at the point where not only are they going to break the playoff drought, but possibly go in as the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. They've been playing playoff hockey since they got back from the Olympics.
It's been great.
They gave Tage Thompson his gold medal ceremony at that first game, and from then on, they're right back to business. And Bo Byram is a big part of that. He's really good on that second pairing of the D line.
Like Byram and Dahlin, man, that defense is great. Tage, we talked about Tage.
That's what we were talking about with that team. Like, you're going to send some of these guys away, and they're going to blossom in other roles, but they wouldn't have been that here. Bo Byram was never going to be a second-line defensive pairing here.
And he that's what everyone expects him to be. But, like, coming back to the Kadri news and to the wall, like, I love this deal, because, like I said, I the first game back, he gets an unreal assist to McKinnon, and it's like, oh my gosh, we're here, here we go again. And
I almost put my mask on because I was like, is it 2020 again?
The power play is all of a sudden looking better, right? Mm-hmm. You go. I believe it was like 3 for 5 in Kadri's first game back. You didn't have as much success against Edmonton, but like your percentage is slowly getting there.
Right? Here's my thing too. We were talking about the Canada lines where you're rolling out Crosby, McDavid, McKinnon. The Colorado Avalanche right now have McKinnon as their 1C, Nelson as their 2C, who's a fucking Olympic gold medalist, by the way. Nazem Kadri, who's their 3C. Nick Waugh, who's the biggest bastard, who's also a former Stanley Cup champion for the Las Vegas Golden Knights. He's your 4C.
Which by the way, I don't think that's how it works. Like, I'm serious. Like, it's going to be, because Nas has played first line minutes with Mac, with Landy, because while Lecky's been hurt, that's been the lineup, and I love that. I love that. You
can put Nathan McKinnon back on the wing, and you still have 3 grade B+ or better NHL centers in your lineup if you put Mac on the wing.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
It's nuts. And like I said, Drury is another great center that's still in the roster that just wins faceoffs.
And you know the only reason he's here is because we sent Mikko Rantanen away. That's the only reason we have Jack Drury, who's now also in this center mix and in the room. But like, that is depth that we always talk about with the Canadian national team.
You got to capitalize it. And I'll say it, like, I think Blackwood's lost the net. Like Wedgie has been.
Wedgie is a dog.
It's Wedgie's net. It's Wedgie's net, and Blackwood's the 2G. Blackwood's a good goalie, and he's probably a long-term guy because Wedgie's older. But the way Wedgie's been playing consistently, like that game the other night against who was it? Was it Dallas? We played in overtime. Yeah,
It was Dallas and Minnesota.
Dallas in shootout that we won.
Both of them were in shootouts.
Like Wedgwood gave up 3 goals in the first, or 2 goals in the first 5 shots, and they brought Wedgie back in, and all of a sudden it's a tie game. Like I'm sorry, Blackwood, you're getting back healthy, still your net, but right now it's Wedgie's, and you have to kind of Bednar has to start realizing that too. So
you're playing roulette in the net right now because everything else is working so well. You're just whatever's hitting.
Yeah, and like I said, I like Kulik. I think he's been great to start. Burnsy's been great still. Like, I love what he's been showing. Like,
you had in those first 2 games following the trade deadline, Kadri, Waugh, and Kulak all scored points in 2 of the 3 games that you played since then.
It's great. It's going to continue. I love the addition of Waugh. Like, I was happy with the addition of Waugh even before making the Kadri move, because I was like, this is a big dude, can win faceoffs, won a cup, has playoff experience. Like, this is a great move for this team. And I was like, okay, that's the move. This is it. We're going on. But Nick, this is a team that can win a cup. And then you pull off Kadri out of your ass, and you're like, this is the best team in hockey. this is the team that something needs to go wrong. Like this team should win a cup. Plain and simple.
No, they have all the makings of everything. Just keep gelling, getting together as a unit. And I think that whoever I love Biz, because sometimes he and I follow the same thoughts on Chiclets. But he was like, I have the rumors that McKinnon has a picture of himself getting that stuffed animal from the Olympics, and he's just sitting there like Billy Madison with lipstick, like looking at it before they go out on the ice, like, and crossing names off his list in the red lipstick.
I mean, he almost killed Connor Ingram the other night against Edmonton on TNT. I don't know if you watched that game. That was a load of crap too. That he got game misconduct and kicked out of the game for that. Edmonton got lucky that he was done, and that's why they won that game. So congratulations on winning your pity game.
The Canadian teams are all looking terrible right now. You know, the Seattle Seahawks have won a game more recently than the Toronto Maple Leafs.
That's
and Austin Matthews went out with an injury tonight, a knee hit. Who knows what his
I'm telling you right now. Free Austin. I'll get it trending this offseason or the next offseason, whenever he's a free agent. Free Matthews. He deserves it. Get him away from Toronto. Look how much Mitchie Marner is enjoying Vegas. Okay? Look how much he's enjoying Vegas.
I mean, you would enjoy Vegas too.
I know. I need to save some money. But yes, I would too. But I'm just saying, send Mitchie somewhere warm. Maybe not I take it back, not somewhere warm. Maybe like not a Florida team or a Texas team, but maybe like West Coast, far West Coast, Anaheim, Seattle, over there. Maybe.
Team him up with Zegras,
exactly. Like in Philly, go get him in Philly. Yeah. Zegras is in Philly. Get him away from Toronto, because that man obviously doesn't want to play for you, and you don't want him playing for you either, fans. So free 34, free cat is all I'm going to say.
Well, it would be an interesting and outlandish move, but we saw one of those too, because John Carlson got dealt from Washington, a guy who's not only has he been there forever
at 1 a.m.
Yeah, and he had no prior. He's the longest tenured, besides Ovechkin, Capital on the entire roster in the entire organization.
One of 3 guys left from that Cup team in 18. Yeah, 18.
And you trade him at 1 o'clock in the morning, and you send him to Anaheim. You don't tell anybody on the team. So everybody, like, if you watch the Capitals interviews from the day after, they're shell shocked. That was their best friend. That was their leader. That was their captain. That was their defenseman. Their booby that they kept at the blue line. That he's the one who made them feel safe. And you traded him without a word. It's almost as bad as Irsay taking the team in the middle of the night.
I don't know if the Wizards and the Capitals have the same ownership, but I assume they do because they share an arena together. There's reasons why you don't run an organization like that, is all I'm going to say. There's reasons why you don't do that.
If Ovechkin wasn't ready to go, I mean, I know he said this was his last season. If he wasn't ready to go back to Dynamo in Russia, he's going now. He's like, fuck these. You send all my friends away. I'm going back to Russia, and I'm going to use Putin's gold card on everything.
And he'll play in Russia for the next 15 years and play in the league.
The Russian gas, brother. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. When he said that was the arena, the Dynamo arena is where he had this Russian gas. He's like, I'm going to go back to the NHL. And then it wore off. He's like, yeah, no, that was that was a hell of a night. Huh?
Hell of a night, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a great move of the Ducks. Look at that team, that division too. Like, the Ducks are number one, aren't they? Like they've been top of the.
They are number one.
I'll
throw it up on the screen here.
Number one on that division too. Like I believe Seattle's in the mix too. The Mammoth are in the mix in our division. That division is as wonky as it comes. Ducks 1, Oilers 2, Kings 3. That's shocking.
Knights 3.
Or Knights 3, excuse me. That makes more sense. Knights 3. Like that's shocking to me that the Ducks have been that hot. But then again, for whatever reason, you and I like going to Ducks games.
I've been to both Ducks games.
You love watching the Ducks, apparently. Big Ducks guys.
I'm a huge Joseph Woll fan. He makes my life so
Lucas Dostal.
Lucas Dostal. I knew it was wrong when I said it. I was like, damn it. No, Lucas Dostal. I love Lucas Dostal. He makes my night so entertaining.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
I mean, that division stinks. Like let's not sugarcoat it.
It's a 20-point difference between the top in the Central and the top in the Pacific.
This is another conversation I saw. It's like, if you're the Oilers or Knights, you're licking your chops. Because after the first round, like, you're not going to have back-to-back wars. You're going to have a cakewalk in the second round, whoever you're playing. Like, no offense to the Ducks or a Wild
but then you might run into either Dallas or Colorado or Minnesota.
But that's the thing, is like, your second round or your first round will be easy.
Yeah.
As opposed to Denver and Dallas, where you'll have wars back-to-back, or Minnesota.
I want the Kraken so bad in that first round. You have no idea. I want them.
like the Oilers or the Knights are going to walk through to the Western Conference Finals being like, that's it. This is as easy against the Western Conference Finals. You see, Oilers fans are pumping up going to the Stanley Cup 2 years in a row over our Stanley Cup win. That was quite the take. Oilers fans were like, yeah, your team hasn't done anything lately. We've been to 2 Cup finals. I was like, did you win either one?
Did you win a game against us in that playoff run?
You lost both of those, right? And you didn't win the Cup as opposed to us winning the Cup, right? That's how it worked.
You were Nico. They were on a 6-game playoff losing streak until they went to that first Cup. Because remember, they were down 2-0 to Los Angeles the year after, right?
Lost 4 in a row. Yeah, that's right. You lost both those, right? So first loser, and we won the Cup 3 years ago.
Hey, McDavid won. Yes, McDavid did win a Conn Smythe in that time.
I know,
and
great.
He didn't even collect the trophy. Didn't even collect the trophy because guess what? He didn't want to stay out there on the ice. And I get it. Like I wouldn't want to stay out there on the ice either. But damn.
Hang the banner, print T-shirts, do it. Congratulations, you got a Conn Smythe winner, but you haven't won a Cup, have you? No.
Connor Murphy's going to be the thing that sends it over the top. That was their big move.
Oh, no, it was Jari. It was Jari, right in Jari. But yeah, it's like I said, we said this going to last year that it's going to be Dallas, Avs, or Minnesota winning the Cup. But the more I just sit here and realize this, I'm like, they may beat each other up so badly that whoever's playing them in the West Conference Final may get lucky. And may get lucky and just win.
We are very close to a pretty much identical situation to the NFL playoffs, where the Colorado Avalanche go through 2 wars and possibly, I knock on wood, I'm knocking on wood right now, but we already have a guy injured in Lecky. Like, whatever happens in those first 2 playoff rounds, you're like, damn, if we just had this guy and that team, how easily can you walk through to a championship, New England? How easily can you get to a point where you're playing in the biggest game of the entire season and, you got your asses whipped?
That's literally what Edmonton did in the last 2 years. Didn't have to go through the Avs. Didn't have to go through Minnesota. Didn't have to go through – I think they had to go through Vegas.
Oh, they still had wars. They still had wars with bad teams in the Pacific. They barely beat Los Angeles, and they barely squeaked by whoever they played.
When they got to the show, they realized, they play big boy hockey down in Florida.
The only thing that I will give them credit for is that they got both those series to 7 games because they shouldn't have been 7 games.
The second one was only 5 games. Florida ran through them. But
that first series, I give them credit for because I was like, damn, it should have been a sweep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should have been a sweep.
And they made that interesting at least. So, yeah.
And the last thing for the trade deadline talk, I'm glad what you said and that evil that you put on us last episode did not come true. Brady Tkachuk is not in the Central Division. Yeah. Thank God.
Thank gosh. Like it's oh man. Like Dallas, didn't they make a move too? I thought they did. They made some blue line move, backline defensive move. I don't remember who it is.
Michael Bunting,
yeah. So they enforce their back line a little bit, but
they're still out without Rantanen, I think.
I know, similar without Rantanen, they struggle with Minnesota.
And apparently McKinnon had a dirty hit on Hintz, and Hintz is going to be out for a little bit. According to the Dallas media that I saw, it was a dirty hit.
Dirty, like laser. like
was it as dirty as Lemieux? Was it as dirty?
I'm sorry,
it wasn't Sunday Bloody Sunday. It wasn't that bad.
I didn't realize Rupe Hintz was battling him in the corner with the puck away. Right, McKinnon was trying to skate away, trying to hold on to him. Right, that didn't happen. Let's forget about that. Let's forget about a guy trying to hold the guy from getting on a fast break. Let's forget about all of that.
Do we have to bring up Connor Garland again? Do you remember when he threw the guy's bucket at it?
Look, Dallas hasn't won a championship in 30 fucking years. So congratulations, you beat us in the playoffs. You still haven't won anything in 30 years.
That's true. And you don't have our kryptonite as your coach anymore.
Since COVID. You haven't been in a cup final since COVID. So crazy.
I can't wait. I hope Jimmy Benn gets.
Like I said, they struggle with Minnesota. That is like the kryptonite right now. I mean, they struggle with Minnesota big time. Okay, so they shouldn't stop worrying about us. Start worrying about Minnesota. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and looking at the standings here, it's a 3-point deficit for those two. So Minnesota right now 3 points behind Dallas. Dallas is stingy. They're hanging around 90 points, 95 points for the Avalanche, who have the lead right now, and the lead overall in the NHL. So as it stands, if the season were to end today, we would have the President's Trophy.
I don't like that.
I know I don't either. I don't either.
I hate that.
But I would love to be the number 1 seed in the Western Conference and get to play Seattle in the first round because, like we were talking about with McKinnon and his lipstick, that's the first team that's on his list.
Or how about host Game 7 against Dallas, where you went on the road and played Dallas Game 7 in Dallas, right? Like,
and by the way, the Avalanche are up 3-0 on Seattle right now as we're recording this.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you would love to have that Game 7 at home, is all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Let's take a look. I'm interested now. Who got the scoring going? Because I'm sure without is McKinnon, he's in this game?
He's back. Like, it's only a game misconduct. I don't think it's a suspension or anything.
Let's see. Who has points?
He drilled Ingram. Or I think it's Ingram who's the guy, the backup goalie for Edmonton. He drilled him in the head. And I was like, ooh. But he did get pushed into him. So I'm going to say he did push into him. So
McKinnon has a goal and 2 assists. Nietzsche has a goal and an assist. Nelson has an assist. Wall has a goal. Taves has 2 assists. So yeah, it's going well.
By the way, like no shout out, no free shout outs. Fanatics, thank you for resupplying the Team USA jerseys online. For the love of God, let me customize the jersey so I can get a Brock Nelson one. Please. I am not buying a Jack Hughes jersey that I can only wear once every now and then. I can wear a Brock Nelson jersey to every fucking Avs game I go to. Okay? Yeah. Please. Do me a solid.
Customization is important. Any other NHL news before we get into our segments and kind of wrap things up for this week?
I mean, that's about it. Like I said, we got that 5-point lead is not. It can go away like this. Yes. And those division games are worth 4 points. You got to make some moves, or not make some moves. You got to make some big time.
We got to start winning those things in regulation. We can't keep giving away the loser points. I cannot keep giving up the loser points because instead of 4 points, it's 3 points, and they're just still right there. Like Austin Powers again. Why won't you die? Well, you got to kill them. You got to step on their neck and make sure that they don't get up. If you let them up, they're evil. They're going to come back at you. They're going to sneak you from behind.
The evil bastards.
And yes, I'm saying that living in Colorado and living and breathing diehard Avalanche hockey. Like I said, was the hit McKinnon did on Hintz as bad as Lemieux? If it's not as bad as Lemieux, it's not a dirty hit. I will give you that the Lemieux hit was dirty. That was dirty.
The Ingram hit was also the goal. The hit on the Edmonton, that you could call as dirty. Hit the Hintz move. That's his own fault. Sorry about it.
Let's get into the good and the bad of the week. So, player of the week. Who? I'll let you start. Who do you got going?
We're an hour into the show and we haven't talked about it yet. We have had the greatest scoring performance in sports history happen this week. Bam Adebayo. Well, hold on. Let me say that again. Bam Adebayo, the Miami Heat center, dropped 83 points. 83 points. Second, quotations around the second, most points scored in a game. The most we've seen on tape in a game, by far and away, ever. Because, like I said, for whatever reason, the Wilt tape's not out there. Sorry about it. It's not out there. Don't know what to tell you. Okay? But it's not out there. So, as far as I'm aware, this is the highest scoring performance in NBA history. Boy, did this get people riled up. This got people riled up. It's like, wow, he's disrespecting Kobe Bryant, and he's hurting the legacy of the game and all that. And I'm just like, this is why people hate basketball. This is why. Because you can't just be happy for him. A guy that is a great ambassador for the sport, one of the most nicest guy in the league, a fan favorite, a guy that just lives and dies Heat basketball, right? A captain for the team, a guy that had 83 points. You know how hard it is to fucking do that?
Yeah. I don't like I said, I don't know if I've scored 83 points in my life.
The Houston Rockets came into Denver on Wednesday night, scored 93 points. They would have beat Bam Adebayo alone by 10 points. Alone. Scoring-wise, alone. Like this is, and people are like, well, it's bad for the game and the free throws and everything. And I'm like, cry me a river. I don't care. Like, I'm sorry. You have a chance of breaking. You fucking do it. I'm hoping to God someone breaks 100. Okay? I'm hoping it happens one day. It is ridiculous. All these Kobe fans crying, bitching, and moaning and being like, this is not, like, you're dishonoring Kobe Bryant. Like, Bam's a horrible person for the sport. He's like, oh, you mean the guy that pushed under the rug a couple sexual assault things in Vail, Colorado? That person?
We're talking about 24, not 8, okay? 24, not 8.
That wonderful person, right? That person we're dishonoring, right?
Yeah.
Not all the things that, happened off the court, that stuff that you guys like to forget about, right? That stuff
He won an Oscar, though, right? He won an Oscar. It made everything better.
That happened, right? But I got to tell you something off air, but there was a funny story with all that I probably can't say on the show. But like that, you want to push that under the rug, but 81 points still, because by the way, that was like a year or two after that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was 2004, 2005.
And ESPN milked the shit out of it with that commercial too.
Oh yeah.
81 shrimp.
Like this is incredible for Bam Adebayo, man. I'm so happy for him and so excited for Heat fans because like I said, he is one of the nicest people out there and a guy that is such a great ambassador and a guy that plays hard and like I said, people can bitch and moan about the free throws. He has to get fouled.
Yep.
Like I'm sorry. Like Bam Adebayo is not a step back, draw the foul kind of guy. He's going to the rim every time nearly. Like he hit a couple threes here and there, but like he's a go to the rim guy, a big man. He's not a stretch three. Like they fouled him because they wanted him to stop scoring, but he kept making free throws. Like I'm sorry. Like basketball fans are their worst enemy because like you're like, oh, the game's not growing. This is so bad, but at the same time you're like praising.
Adebayo's Nigerian. What are you talking about? The game's growing. Yes, it is.
Well, Bam plays for Team USA too. Like, but still, like I'm so happy for Bam. And like I said, this doesn't dishonor anybody. Like it doesn't do any of that whatsoever.
It has nothing to do with him other than the fact that he was just the last person on the list.
Kobe is looking down, watching that, being like, hell yeah, that's awesome. So happy for him. Like he would have been the first guy to be there at the next game for Bam if he was still alive to give him praise for that. And all you little bitchy, whiny Lakers fans want to cry. He's ruining the game. I'm sorry, the game that you consistently watch on a nightly basis. That was a Miami Heat versus fucking Washington Wizards game on a Wednesday night. Or sorry, Tuesday night. Tuesday night. Who the fuck was watching that outside of Heat fans and Wizards fans?
Not me.
Who turned that game on? And it was like, I want to watch some Wizards basketball tonight. That doesn't live. That's not a Wizards fan. That's not a Heat fan. Who seriously did that? Like only a handful of sickos. But I'll tell you what, everybody tuned in. Everyone bought League Pass and said, I want to watch this shit. Like it's the worst. It's the worst thing in the world. Because like as a person that just loves basketball, and I love it so much, I just hate it. Hate it when certain people think that they have such a big ego that this guy's player is better than this guy. And Bam should have stopped the game, guys. I'm done playing.
Guys, can you stop letting me score, please?
He's like, I have 81 points. You guys fouled me. I am going to on purpose miss these free throws, everybody. That's what I'm going to do. He's going to declare it out. I got fouled. I got hacked in the arm going up for the free throw. But you know what? On honor of Kobe Bryant, I am going to miss these 2 free throws to give me 83 points on purpose. Do you know how crazy that sounds? That's psycho behavior. It's psycho.
It's not what happened whatsoever.
Psycho.
And if you're telling yourself that's what happened, you need to reevaluate. Like, go touch grass. You got to get off of Twitter. You got to get offline.
Touch grass. Like seriously, that's what Kobe Bryant fans wanted him to do. You got fouled. You got hacked hard, right? Shooting those 2 free throws.
He should have just taken a 24-second violation.
Don't shoot the ball. Just throw it off the backboard. Just don't do it. Sorry, that's too good for you. I'm sorry. Did I not watch Kobe? Like hold on. These are the statistics I want to talk about. You know who else shot the ball? Kobe Bryant's 81-point game in the last 7 minutes? Nobody. Nobody took a fucking shot other than Kobe Bryant those last 7 minutes. So you want to talk about stat binding? There you go. The Toronto Raptors, by the way, that year sucked too. They weren't good. It's not like that was a meaningful game. Kobe Bryant dropped 81 points against a bad team. Same thing Bam Adebayo did. Sorry about it. Okay? He shot 20 free throws. You know how many shots he took in his last game? 50. 50 fucking shots. You don't hear see me complaining about it. And all of a sudden, it's a problem when your glorious, by the way, not even a record, your glorious second place record gets broken. Right? We're not talking about an all-time NBA record. Known to mankind, at least. Like, we're not talking about an all-time NBA record.
That
we're talking
you
about second place.
with your own eyes.
We're talking about second place, and you're bitching and whining this much. It's why Lakers fans don't know ball, is all I'm going to say. There's the reason why they sit there and they're Dodgers fans, they're Yankees fans also. They love the Alabama, the Crimson Tide, and they
the
love
Kansas City Chiefs.
The Kansas City Chiefs, exactly. That's why those are their favorite teams. Just horrifying. So
I
bad.
love it.
Look. Also, sorry, I don't need to keep going on a tangent because we'll talk about Knots here in a second. The NBA players outside of Kelly Oubre and Nick Young are happy for him. Everyone else is happy for him, excited for him. Hell yeah, Bam. But Nick Young and Kelly Oubre, that's who you're taking sides with? Being like, that's disgrace to the game. I'm sorry. Kelly Oubre and Nick Young, those are the guys that we're putting on a pedestal. Guys that aren't even top 1,000 players all time in the league. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. It's just like I said, this sport eats itself alive every fucking day. It's just hideous. So, congrats, man.
It's why I've had a very difficult time to try and get into basketball because I just don't. It's a game that I never grew up with any skill in, so I never really watched the guys that played it. But it's also like I don't want to deal with the fans. I told you, I texted you yesterday. I was like, I hate Duke basketball fans. I have nothing to do with college basketball, but I'd love to see Duke basketball get beat as much as possible, and that shouldn't be words that come out of my mouth. But man, the entitlement on that video we posted last week about how it's ridiculous to say that it's national championship or bust. You guys are the ones that say that. You guys are the ones that call yourself the best basketball team.
We're not the ones who do that.
You did that. You did that to yourself. And I said, my comment, and I never went back to the video. I commented from our account. It's like the entitlement, it proves our point. I'm just going to leave this here because now I don't have to say anything else. Because they started arguing with each other. They started fighting each other. But they should win a championship. How dare you say that? Coach Shire did this. But they should. And then somebody comes back. I was like, damn. They hate each other more than they hate us.
Oh, they do. And basketball fans are literally that. I will like. It's almost an I love going to basketball games. I love going to Nuggets games. I love going with my dad, going with friends, going with the girl. Like, love doing all that, right? But like, even like sitting there at basketball games, like it's like almost irritating our own fans. Like sitting there, like I should be able to chant MVP at my fucking star player. And people are yelling at me for not being able to do that.
That woman is hilarious.
I come on, like you're. I can't have fun.
I was laughing my ass off because I'd never been to a game after he won the MVP. It's like, no, sit down.
It's just like, come, like this is just. It just eats itself alive. It's just so annoying. I love the game of basketball, but no one hates the game of basketball more than people who love the game of basketball. Like, it's ridiculous.
I like it. I like that Bam scored as many points as he did. And I'll give it to him.
I'll say I put second most because I have to be statistically accurate when I fill out these sheets. It's the most points scored in an NBA game. I need to see the highlights and vote.
You'll never see those. They don't exist.
And also, he was playing against plumbers.
Yeah. And
you're telling me that he didn't shoot 30 free throws that game either?
2.5 feet taller than everybody that he was playing against. Yeah.
Gosh,
he should have scored 100. If he didn't score 100, it was probably disappointing.
I know we had a lot to talk about, and we're trying to make a short episode, but like, I'm sorry. That's just the stuff that grinds my gears because like I love basketball. I love it. And things like this should be celebrated by everybody in the fucking game because he's a good guy, great player, lovable guy, a guy that's dating the best women's basketball player in the world, A'ja Wilson. What a fucking power couple that is, right? And we just want to shit on the parade because he's not your favorite player. Just get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Go touch grass. Go find a girlfriend. Let me tell you that. Go find happiness in other things other than just hating on people. Because I promise you that it's out there.
No, I think that's the truth. And I think that kind of stands for the player that I have for my player of the week. Because if you don't cheer for the team that he's playing on, you fucking hate Nazem Kadri.
Yeah.
You hate him with all of your passion. And I hated him too. Those first 2 years that he was in Colorado because he got himself suspended for the end of our playoff runs 2 years in a row. I was like, God damn it, man. If you stay on the ice, I'd love you, but you can't stay on the ice. And then he did. And they won a Stanley Cup. And now he's back. And I'm like, excited. Yes, please.
It is very funny. This is the other thing I want to say. This is very funny that the whole, like, you don't let the dogs leave.
Yeah, that
game winner in Game 7 last year.
By the way, all that tweet does is prove this guy's a dog. He's not willing to talk shit. He's like, I'm making eyes at you, but I think you made some terrible ass decisions.
And now you're making the decisions right by bringing him back. So it's great news. It's great news. So excited to have him back.
It would have been hilarious. I know that there's no chance it would have happened, but wouldn't have that been funny if the last move of the trade deadline was Mikko Rantanen sent back to Colorado with 25% of the salary retained. I know that he wouldn't even be playing because he's injured, but that would have been like
Dallas would have never done that. But say he was still in Carolina and that happened, that would have been funny.
There was, like I said, there was no chance. But I'm just sitting there like, man, I like chaos. You like chaos?
I do.
That would have been chaos.
I live for it.
Bench warmer of the week. I don't know if you knew about this one. I didn't know about this one until most recently, and it's not even the right uniform. I realized that after I sent it to you. I looked up specifically him in a Colorado
I couldn't find
Spartans.
a picture of him.
My sister has a picture, but it's like from the stands, and it's just the huddle, so you can't even really tell who it is. But Colorado football fans, if you are sick of having Paxton Lynch play quarterback in professional sports leagues, you're the bench warmer of the week this week because he is playing as the quarterback of your Colorado Spartans who play out of the Denver Coliseum in the National Arena League. Niko, I texted you this. 5 professional sports leagues in 10 years.
I didn't even
drafted 10 years ago.
I didn't even know there was 5. So what? NFL.
All North American. NFL.
Yeah, let me try
XFL.
let me try to count it. NFL, XFL, CFL,
yeah,
National Arena League, and this is is there like the American Football League?
United.
So there's the 5th. So there's 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he still has all of those European leagues that I'm sure he can go and probably convince a team that he can play quarterback on. But I don't know if he's traumatized and he's just trying to make his experience better playing quarterback in Colorado. But I can't imagine playing in front of 45 people in an arena game is going to make your trauma heal.
45 is pushing it is all I'm going to say.
Oh, I think I texted my sister when she was like, I'm watching they're playing the Pueblo Arena team. I was like, count how many people are in the stands with you.
Please let me know how many are there.
Because you can do it probably on your hands and feet.
Because I'm pretty sure that they've canceled games there so that the rodeo can come through town and fill out the arena because they can't fill out the arena. Like that's good for Paxton Lynch. Happy for him. Glad he's playing football somewhere. The World Baseball Classic go on.
Those paisans.
USA Baseball got out of the group play stage by the hair on their nuts because they almost got their shit canned, which they did for 8 runs to start the game by the Italians.
Well,
by the fucking Italians.
The American Italians.
But very much the American
team. The Jersey Italians that are playing for the Italian national team.
All these guys whose grandmas and grandpas played in Italy or were born in Italy.
Here's my thing. I could be on that team.
Both of us could be. Like I said, both you and I would be on that team. I've never been in Italy, want to be, but I would have qualified for that.
Couldn't have made the U.S. team, but I could make the Italian team.
I could have qualified for that. And they beat the U.S. They beat the U.S. pretty handedly. And luckily, the Italians beat Mexico. Or else the U.S. would not have made the knockout.
Speaking of Mexico and the World Baseball Classic, did you see the brawl between Canada and Mexico?
I did not.
Here's my thing. I don't know if it's this World Baseball Classic or it might have been the most recent one, but the World Baseball Classic, the way you get out of the group stage is run differential, but there's also unwritten rules in baseball that you're not supposed to do so that run differential doesn't get out of hand. So it was Canada and Mexico. They were playing, and Mexico is down by 7 runs, and Canada bunted for a base hit. And that's like a no-no. When you're winning by that much, you cannot bunt for a base hit. And the next guy got beamed. And then all of a sudden it was Canada versus Mexico international brawl. It's like, oh shit. Uh-oh.
They hate each other too.
It's like my shirt and my underwear are fighting against each other. What's going on here?
It's like, oh, crazy. It's not
the United States is looking on both sides like,
which by the way, do you know who we play first?
Canada.
Yeah, we play Canada in the knockout stage. Oh, please. Oh, gosh.
Do not take baseball away from me. Baseball is America's pastime. I know it sucks and it's the 4th biggest professional sports now, but you better not take that away from me.
Look, you and I both. Look, I would obviously take hockey over baseball. I don't know how you would do it.
No, I would still. I want a hockey gold medal because we should win. Baseball should be like the NBA.
Yeah. The keyword is should.
Should be.
The keyword
like
is should be. Keyword is should be. Because it's very funny because I was thinking about this. I was like, the USA baseball team was watching the men's hockey Olympics win it all, and they were texting the group chat and playing Freebird and doing all that. And it's like I think it's a Family Guy meme where it's like a beautiful picture of the men winning gold medal and the women winning gold medal at the Olympics. And then it's USA baseball. It's like, Get this dog shit out of here. And let me
No,
look at
no,
my
no.
no,
Seamus.
no, get out of here. No. You're not a part of this. USA hockey. Men's and women's. Yes. USA baseball. No.
No,
Stay
thank
out of
you.
it. No. It's very funny that way. Like, I hope they win. I obviously hope they win.
Just beat Canada. Just
Yeah,
make
beat
sure
Canada.
Canada doesn't eliminate you.
We probably don't stand a chance against the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, but like maybe we can have a game.
No, we did beat Puerto Rico did lose, so Puerto Rico's not unbeatable. Okay. But Japan was able to make a big comeback.
Somebody else too, like they almost lost to
Taiwan
or something like that, like Czechia or something.
Because I'm not going to call it Chinese Taipei because I'm not getting paid by Disney, so I'll call it Taiwan. And get some international politics. That's the best. I wish we had more best on best in all the sports because I love the geopolitics that go along.
That's great. But which by the way adds to my point. Bryce Harper got a lot of crap for this. Baseball MLB players should be in the Olympics. I'm sorry. Okay, World Baseball Classic cute. It's a lot different.
It should be a summer sport.
It is a summer sport, but the MLB doesn't go. It's all college players. It is. Baseball was first in Olympic sport for the first time in 2024. First time since 1920, like 100 years, or maybe sooner than that. But it's been a very, very long time. And MLB players didn't go because not Gary Bettman. Fucking who's the MLB commissioner? Manfred. Manfart was like, no, we're good. We're good. And now Gary Bettman is raking in the Fanatics money for how much money is being spent on Team USA hockey.
Oh my God, we're making so much money. This is beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's crazy. I didn't have to put anything together. They did it all for me. We're making so much money. Oh my gosh.
I took a 2-week vacation and made $100 million.
Oh no, how will you ever recover? It'd be smart for Manfred in baseball because baseball that'd be baseball was a far away way from in the Olympics. It was not a fun sport to watch 24. But if they had MLB players in 28, I would love to watch that. That'd be.
Did
huge.
You see the basketball? We had a Ted Lasso storyline play out in real time. Did you see that? So one of my favorite Ted Lasso episodes is when they get picked for their international teams and Rojas becomes a demon on Team Mexico and breaks the goalie's face when he's playing against Team Canada. Cal Raleigh is catching and his teammate for Seattle comes up and is trying to give him a handshake and he says no. And then all of a sudden that guy comes out in his post-game interview. He's like, you know what? Cal Raleigh can go you can go F himself. He can go this, he can go that, sit on that. It's like, what?
Did I miss something where it's now consistently every first batter shakes the hand of the catcher? Did I miss that? Memo, was that part of the unwritten rules that I don't know about?
Here's the thing: is that most of these countries, especially the countries from South America and Central America, don't really like each other.
Oh. Sorry, yeah, I didn't see McKinnon and Brock Nelson giving a nice bro hug at the Olympics for the gold medal game. I'm sorry, did I miss that?
No, I think McKinnon would have definitely been that Danny Rojas is. I'm going to end you and your entire family in your bloodline.
Come on,
he's a different man when he's wearing a Mexico sweater.
It's ridiculous that Kyle Raleigh had apologized for that. I'm sorry, fucking deal with it. I'm not man. Figure it out. We'll be best friends in 2 weeks.
You know how many times I haven't been. I thought there was going to be a handshake in a situation and it didn't happen. I didn't go cry about it.
I played pickup basketball games again a lot of times with a lot of friends and had to play against them. I go at them more than I handshake them.
Yeah,
that's what you do.
I lose,
I love you, Cal. I'm sorry. You're my best friend. But no, hey, let's play ball.
We're gonna have to do these on our YouTube channel. We're gonna have to play each other, but I'll just give this to the listeners. If Niko and I compete in anything, you will hear some bad stuff being said on both sides.
There's either bad stuff being said or it goes dead silent on one side, or we're so fucking pissed that it's don't talk to me.
There's people didn't understand.
We can talk again tomorrow.
Yeah.
I gotta cool off. Okay.
You did that the entire game. I have a situation. I think it was against you, but I ran the entire time and ran. I didn't score anything, but I was able to hold the person that I was playing to no points. And then I threw a play action deep ball in the last play of the game, and the computer bit, and it was the only touchdown that was scored. And I was like, yes, I won. And he's like, fuck you. This was no fun. This was absolutely no fun.
My moment was back to you, and listeners, this fits our personalities perfectly. It was we were in middle school. and Jimmy had a big TV downstairs in his family's house, huge TV, and he had UFC.
Yeah.
And Jimmy would beat the shit out of me every single time because I didn't know how to fucking roll or I didn't know how to submit.
I was the guy learning the grappling.
Learning the grappling and everything.
Brother.
And the first time I knocked him out, I turned the game off. I was like, we're done. And I went on a parade. And Jimmy was so fucking pissed.
Go again. Okay. Let's go again.
It's like, go again. I'm gonna tap you out this time. And I knocked you out the first time, and I got so happy. I was ecstatic. I was like, this is the greatest moment of my life.
Carwin versus Lesnar too, or something.
Yeah, where you just like submit me in the first 3 minutes of the fight, and then finally I got like a lucky right by Brock Lesnar, and I was like, I won. And you're like, fuck, because they're so pissed. You're like, all right, I think playtime's over. Time to call Niko's parents and get him out of here.
And you know what? We're gonna have a sleepover, but I don't really want him around.
I don't really want him around. I'm gonna work in my boxing a little more and play a game till 3 a.m.
And we'll end it on this since we're talking about video games. I played Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero, which has an online element. And some people, like we talked about Go Touch Grass, I played some 12-year-old 500 plus hours of playtime. And if you know Dragon Ball, they're strong enough that they can punch you and knock you like thousands of yards down in the sequence. And then they can teleport behind you and then hit you back the other way. This kid literally bounced me like a freaking basketball. It's just like, I think I got 5 hits in the entire thing. And I lost 3 bars of health. And I was like, what happened? Did we start?
500 plus hours is too much. Let me put that this way. I looked the other day at my Fortnite amount of time and I surpassed 300. And I was like, that's a lot. That's like, I counted the days. It's like 20 days worth, full days worth, which is a lot. And I hear 500 and I'm like, that game is like relatively new.
Yeah.
New, right?
It's a recent update and it's like new characters because the series is doing a new anime show that they're releasing. Dragon Ball is the only anime that I'm like really into, but like, I thought I picked one of the strongest characters. I picked my strongest character that I had in my collection, which is a 2-star. Because I'm like, hey, I built him up to 2 stars. Let's see what happens. Let's play somebody of similar rank. The only person we can find close to you has 500 hours.
What? Let me put it this way. Like, we need open comms. Because that humbles people so quickly.
I would.
Both ways.
What would I have said? What would I?
Go finish your algebra test. Remember that algebra? Remember that algebra test you failed? Your mom's not happy with you. You probably should study a little more.
I was telling my students, I was talking about that today because I was like, I wanted to play video games against you guys online so that I could beat you, but I don't even think that would be fun. I'd have to actually like go out and play pickup basketball against you to beat you because I played against a guy. It's like I love the scene from Breakup where he's playing Madden against a 12-year-old. Like, oh, cool, you're beating a 12-year-old. It's like, I don't care how old you are. That means you have more time in the day to practice. Exactly. Like, I have real adult life and responsibilities. So when I win my first match of Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero online, I will throw a parade. I will turn the game off. I will be like, I'm undefeated.
It took me so long to win my first Fortnite match. And when I did solo, I could you not, I almost cried. I was by myself, and I called at least 5 people. And showed them that I won just to be that happy. Like, it was a great moment.
We'll have more video games. I'll put some stuff out there. If people are interested, comment down on this video below. If you want to see some Sparkling Zero videos that are on the YouTube channel, we can put it out there because I know that there's more than just NCAA football fans that like to watch things. But it was a quick show, but we got a lot in. Talked some trade deadline, talked some free agency, NHL. You got anything else for the people before March Madness? 2 weeks away, right? 2 weeks now.
Yeah, well, next week I believe it starts because Selection Sunday is this Sunday, so I'm ecstatic for it. My Lopes we lost today, so we will not be dancing. So we'll not have GCU to worry about in our brackets. So I can't make a bracket with them. But yeah, we'll be on the lookout for a bracketology thing. I may have something to give away, maybe lacrosse related, or it could be football related or basketball related. But if you're interested, join in and we'll give you all the details.
Make sure you're following at FEOTB Pod to keep up to date with all the March Madness stuff that's going on. If you want to be a part of the giveaway, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you comment down below. Like, if you think that we're saying something out of line, go ahead. But you might end up fighting against your own fan base. That's just my fair warning. For myself, Jimmy Pallotto, my co-host Niko Bryant, episode 269 of the Far End of the Bench podcast. We will see you guys next week.
Peace.
If you don't stay down and you never quit, come on over here and sit on the far end of the bench.